So we begin with our RoadFighter game and continue it. So I have the RoadFighter folder open here. I just maximize it. I actually see I have taken out this sound piece. This can be attached when the car is also moving. I recorded it using the RoadFighter game. So let us have a look at our index.html page. Okay, so we see that there's a script error, that's why the background is not scrolling, and there's an unexpected token error. Okay, so we have to mend this. So I open my game.js file, I open this folder as Visual Studio Code. Okay, in the game.js file it is telling me that there is a unexpected token error in line number 18 in the game.js file. So in line number 18 there is an unexpected token error. Because we haven't put anything in the places. So okay, we are having trouble in moving this car left to right. So let's see if can internet help us. So move something, move objects, jQuery, JavaScript. Let's see if there is something on the W3 schools game tutorial. Yeah, so we have this game movement controls. Let's see the code behind it. So actually they have used a speedx and a speedy variable, and they are actually, let's see the complete code. They are actually used this they are clearing the game area, and again they are updating and modifying the new values. So when we hit the up key, the mover function it triggers out, and we increase the speed. We decrease the y speed, y coordinate by -1, and when this happens, this is not how we are doing it. Actually what we are doing is, I need something that can move this by certain amount of pixels. So if I say document dot style dot left is equals to let me say 100 px here, and let me see if it can be used as a setter. Not as, then it is not working as a getter, so let us see if it can work as a setter. So I put it 100 px and 100 px here. This is how actually we learn the art of. Left is not defined, it is saying it is coming on the line number 19. That okay, this line is unnecessary, to remove it. And now let us see if it works. So yeah, if I just press the A key, see, I press the D key, if I press the A key, D key, yeah. So what is happening is that we are not able to set, we are able to set it, but we are not able to get it, the value. So we have to get the CSS attribute, get the value for CSS attribute, value of CSS attribute in jQuery. Okay, so we have a .css background color. Okay, yeah, so we use .css thing to actually return the values. So I could just use the jQueries. First I use the template strings. Now I can use the jQueries document.getElement by id car. Instead of that, I can just use the jQueries. Don't use jQuery inside with another $sign, so I'm just avoiding it. So document.getElement by id car. Okay, this is the jQuery, and I have .css method. Or rather, I should use the $sign. $sign here with the hashtag of or rather I read jQuery hashtag of car, because we have to grab the element with the ID of car, and we use the CSS method and get the left property. Okay, we've got this, and now append pixels to it, and now just subtract this. Okay, first of all, let's just check what is the type of the value. Alert the type of this method. This tells us the type of the variable, whether it is number, it's an number or string or object. This tells the type of data that we are using. So alert type of, I'll be now using the document.getElement by id car method. Document.getElement by id car method, and inside of it rather, if I think I should use jQuery again here too. jQuery now car method, and here I'm gonna use dot jQuery is the car method followed by CSS property followed by left. Let's see what is the type does this data contain. So I think I don't need this. And why I don't need this, I'm not able to understand. Okay, because we need a we need this here, and we need this here. You can use the bracket colorizer extension. That will help you in recognizing all these errors fast. So okay, undefined it is saying. Why? Because it is not returning anything. Alert jQuery type of jQuery is okay. This is a scenario setter. I'll use a car here. Yeah, it's saying it's a string. So if it's a string, we need to convert it into an integer. So let's see how we can convert a string to integer in JavaScript. String to integer in JavaScript. ParseInt function will be used. So ll type of itna. So it's simple. If I write it here that parse int, and instead of type of I print the value. Parse int is not a function. Okay, the parse int thing, the parse int will take the string as an argument. So it will be something not like this. It will be something like this. Yeah. So I get 550. Now this is something that we had to take care about. So we'll use document.car.style.left. I'll copy it. I'll initialize it to this variable here, this parse entered variable $, and then backticks. This is an integer. I subtract 2 from it. This entire thing is an integer. I subtract 2 from it, 1 from it, and write px here. Similarly, let us see if I just press the A key, see the car moves. It moves very slowly. So I can update this from -1 to -2, and I can use this similar syntax here too. This will be +2. See, now the car is moving fine, just fine. Okay, we need to increase the lateral movement, I guess. I need to constrain it such that it doesn't move out of the screen. See, it is also moving out of the screen right now. So we have to not make it move out of the road. It should be constrained within the road container. So let us actually look out at the values of till here. We have to move it till here is will be fine. So at this point of time I want to look at the value that this car is actually holding, the chassis properties of this car. So if I just look forward, this car is actually at left 550 px, and as I move, not 550, it will be, it is at 520 px. So 520 px is the left boundary, and if I just expand on it a little bit, this is green. If I just close 520 px and expand it, move it here, again on with the car, the focus is again on the car. It's actually 520 px here to the left boundary, and 800 px on the right boundary. 800 px on the right boundary. So 520 and 800. That is what you have to keep in mind. 520 and 800. So I just initialize two variables as .20 and right boundary as 800. Now if I have to see whether how this, I have to see how this car moves, how this, and I have to constrain the movement of the car so that it always lies inside the road container. So for that, what I can do is I can put a constraint that whenever the left CSS attribute of car, it has a value less than 520 or it has the value less than the left boundary, it will be we will not go to this statement, we'll simply pass it. Okay, so and we'll just put up a condition here, and then left boundary, this value and the cars and the cars boundary, it will be boundary, the all this will be deleted. Yeah, the parse and jQuery car dot left, this current value has a value, the current integer value, and that value, the current position of the car is greater than the left boundary, then this is okay. Similarly, the right boundary and the same property has the relation, the right boundary has value, the parse into value should be greater, right boundary should be greater than this boundary. Then let us see if our constraint works. See, we have constrained the movement of the car. I press on the D key, nothing is happening. I press on the A key now, nothing is happening. Cool. Now, more to this is how we can actually